Welcome. In this lesson, we're going to get introduced to the Java string class. Let's get started. We've got two learning goals for today. The first is that you can create and use string objects, and the second is you can use the string methods charAt, indexOf, substring, and length. Since string is a class, we can make an object from it the way we would any other object. We can say string str equals new string avocados. But since we tend to make strings very frequently, Java provides a shortcut, and we can simply say string str equals avocados in quotation marks, and Java will take care of the new string part for us. In a previous lesson, I mentioned that objects are built using primitives, and in this case, strings are built using the char primitive type. In fact, strings are really just a list of characters. Each character in the string has an index value based on its location. So index values always start at 0 and go up to the last character of the string. In this case, the string avocados starts at index 0 and goes up to index 7, giving us a total length of 8 characters. There are quite a few methods in the string class, but for the purposes of this course, there are 4 that we need to be aware of: charAt, indexOf, substring, and length. Over the next few slides, we'll take a look at each one of these individually. The length method simply returns the number of characters in a string. So when I say str.length, I'm asking for the number of characters in the string str. In the case of avocados, the result is 8 because there are 8 total characters in the string. The charAt method allows me to access individual characters in my string by specifying an index. So for example, if I say str.charAt5, it will give me a D because the lowercase letter d is located at index 5. Notice that I do save the result in a char variable. CharAt does not return a string, it returns the primitive type char. The indexOf command allows me to search a string for something. For example, if I took my string str and said .indexOf ca, indexOf would look through the string searching for the phrase ca, and it would find it starting at index 3. IndexOf returns the number where it's found, and in this case, result will be 3 because ca is located starting at index 3. indexOf can also handle the case of not found. So in this example, I do str.indexOfZebra, and since zebra is not located in the string, result gets assigned to the value of -1. There's an overloaded version of the indexOf method that will allow me to specify a starting index other than 0. So in the first example, I do str.indexOf O, and this will search starting at the beginning and find that the O is located at index 2. In the second example, I also do an indexOf O, but I specify the starting location I want is 3. This is an overloaded version of the indexOf method. And so it will start looking for this O at index 3, and it will find it at index 6. So result 2 equals 6 because starting from index 3, O is located at index 6. The substring method returns a portion of a string, starting at the start index and ending at the end index, though the end index is not inclusive. So in the example, we do str.substring3.5, and when we start at index 3 and we go to index 5, but we don't include index 5, we end up with the result equaling the string ca. Just like with indexOf, the substring method has an overloaded version that takes one parameter. And what it will do is it will return the portion of the string from that index all the way to the end. So in the example, we do str.substring4. It will start at index 4, take to the end, which gives us ados in our result variable. Anytime you're working with strings, you have to be careful about making sure that the index values don't go out of bounds. This would apply to substring, but also things like charAt, really anything where you're using an index. So if you look at the example, I do a substring starting at index 3 and going to index 10. It's perfectly okay to start at index 3, but index 10 is not on the string. And so when we run this code, Java throws a string index out of bounds exception, and it tells us that we tried to begin at index 3 and we ended at index 10, but the length was only 8. So we just need to be mindful and be careful, and if we see this error, we know what caused it. Let's wrap up with a quick understanding check. I've got a series of lines of code that manipulate our str string, the one that says avocados. At the end, I print line a value d. I'd like you to pause the video, work through this code, and see if you can figure out what gets outputted at the end. When you're done, unpause the video and we'll check our answer. In the first line, we do a charAt string.length minus 2. The string length is 8, so minusing 2 gives us 6, and the char at index 6 is O. We then use this result in the next line for an index of, and the index of O is 2. We then take the 2 and use it in the substring on line 3. Doing substring with just one number takes from that index to the end, which gives us OCADOS. And then if we take that string and do a substring 1, 2, that means start at index 1, go to index 2, but don't include index 2, and we just end up with the letter C, which is what gets printlined. Now that you've watched this lesson, you should be able to create and use string objects, and also use the string methods charAt, indexOf, substring, and length to solve problems. So use the